Hey everybody, this is Danny Kayoka from New Wing Studios. What I'm going to show you today is how to take digital sounding drums, MIDI drums, something like that, and make them sound a little bit more like real drums. Now I'm going to play you what was sent to me, so you can hear how it started. So here we go. Okay, so that was the original tracks that were sent to me. These tracks were done by Angel. Plays in a band called Dope. He did these tracks for an artist, Jay Stone. Just to give them credit for this. Okay, so first thing I did, and I'm not gonna go in depth right now with this. First thing I did was created two additional kick tracks, EQ'd a little bit differently. So I have more of a sub kick, clicky, and then the mid sound. And the snare I kind of did the same thing with the boxy sound, or whatever you want to call it. A little bit more normal sound, just EQ'd a little bit for the mix. Tom 2, I actually had to drum-a-gog. It was just way clicky, and you'll hear that later in these tracks. What I did was I bounced a mix how I wanted it into two separate tracks, bounce 1 and bounce 2, as you can see. Basically this is room 1, room 2. Okay, and then I duplicated room 2 and put it over here. Basically what I'm doing is taking this track, make it sound like a room mic that's closer to the kit, and this track is a little bit further away. This track is more of a New York compression type, just smash drums that kind of brings it all together and glues it. Now, the reason room mics and stuff is so important is because it really glues the whole drum set together. If you listen to a lot of recordings, especially older recordings, the main sound of the drums was the room sound. And a lot of times they were recorded with 2 room mics and a kick drum, and all the individual mics that were placed on the snare and the toms and everything like that were pretty much just acting for support in case they needed that little extra boost in that area, on that particular voice of the drum set. So let me show you what I did. First thing, I'll go ahead and solo this room track. This was the bounce that I got. I'll play it for you with no processing. Okay, so I added a little bit of EQ. I guess you could say it's a lot of EQ. Put a high pass and a low pass filter on it, and just kind of created a more boxy sound. Kind of eliminated a lot of the extra crap. And with the reverb, this works really good with getting kind of a good room sound without adding a lot of mud to the mix. So this is what the EQ sounds like that I have on. Even with no reverb or anything added, it actually sounds a little bit more like a room mic than before. Next thing I did was I added a medium room. This is just the deverb that comes with Pro Tools. Sometimes that's all you need. So this is what I did. I got my mix up to 100% on this one. I'll probably back it down a little bit, but let's listen to it. Okay, so yeah, it sounds a little thin, sounds a little dull, but it is it's a room sound. So um, that's just one of the rooms though. The next one we have is my further room. What I did here with the EQ was basically scooped out this whole area in the high mids. It was just sounding funky to me to have it in there with this particular reverb that I was using. But I left the highs and a little bit of the low mids and a little bit of the lows in there still. And this is what that EQ sounds like. I just wanted a little bit more of the low end. I didn't really need any of the middle stuff anyways because of how I had my other room set up. Alright, and I added a deverb again, but I used a large plate this time with a little bit of a pre-delay, a little longer decay, back down the mix a little bit, and this is what that sounds like. And you could even back down the decay a little bit, and I might do that to see what it sounds like. Alright, next what I did was I added this New York compression. Like I said, I have a couple different compressors on there because I was trying them out. And there's all a bunch of fancy compressors out there that you can use, but these get the job done. And this is what comes free with Pro Tools, so I wanted to use these to show you guys. You can use them, and you don't have to have a huge plug-in list like this to be able to still have good tools to use. This is what I did with the the EQ on this. I scooped out a lot right here because there was the original tom when I bounced it. It just was really clicky, really just overwhelmingly clicky when the compressors were on. So this is before and after of that. I'm sorry, I had it muted. Okay, now this is the before and after. Okay, now when I add my compression, the low end is going to kick up a little bit. I'll show you the Bomb Factory first. I used the preset pump and kind of messed around with the attack and the release a little bit. This is what I got with that. next example is the compressor from the Dynamics 3 package. And what I did differently here, I still crushed them, but I put this side chain on there to trigger a little bit more with the snare drum, and adjusted my attack and release the way I liked it for what I'm doing. And this is what this sounds like. As you can see, when I take away that EQ, you can really hear that clicky noise. All right. So next, what I did was I blended these three in to the way I wanted them, and I'll go ahead and redo it so you can hear it. Start with room 1, then go to room 2, and then I'll bring in the compressed track. Alright, it already sounds a lot better. And that compressed track really brings in that low end. Let's go ahead and hear the tracks how they were before. Alright, there you have it. Hope that helps you. This can be utilized in a lot of different ways. This is really good even with a live drum set. This is a good technique to use to really bring out the space and just a real bigger sound. If you have any questions, you can write to us at newwingrecords@yahoo.com. That's newwingrecords@yahoo.com. Visit our website, www.newwingstudios.com. If you want me to do a special tutorial on something specific, just send us an email with your question. And thanks for watching.